Finally, I'm able to welcome you personally to Regent Business School. My name is Professor Marvin Kambua, and I'm the principal here. I trust your registration went without a hitch. Well, if it didn't, please take the time to tell us what we should try to do differently in order to improve the process in future. At Regent, as you know, we believe in continuous improvement, what the Japanese call Kaizen. I will say a bit about this in a while. Now that you're on board with us, the journey begins in earnest. But going by past experience, it appears that even after registration, students remain a bit skeptical about matters of accreditation. So I would like to quickly put your mind at ease on this particular subject. As you know, in South Africa, the regulatory requirements for private higher education providers are as follows. Firstly, they must be registered in terms of the Higher Education Act, Act number 101 of 1997. Regent is registered accordingly. Secondly, higher education programs must be accredited by the Council on Higher Education, or the CHE as it is known. I'm happy to assure you that all programs offered by Regent, including the one on which you are registered right now, are accredited by the CHE. And these programs are reflected on our registration certificate issued by the Department of Higher Education and Training. Thirdly and finally, all programs are accredited by the CHE, and these are reflected on the National Qualifications Framework, or the NQF, of the South African Qualifications Authority, better known as SAQA. Again, I'm happy to assure you that all our programs are reflected on the NQF. So, in a nutshell, your interests as a student are protected by the national regulatory authorities in the manner described. By the way, I'm privileged to be a serving member of the Accreditation Committee of the Council on Higher Education. It is not my intention today to repeat information that is already provided to you in the various documentation that you received from us during the process of accreditation registration. In fact, you will find even more information in your course material. For this reason, in this welcome message, I would like to share with you a few pieces of information that are truly personal, and hope that you'll find this information to be of practical use as you embark upon this challenging and exciting journey. Take charge of your own learning. That's the first point. It is my expectation that you will take charge of your own learning. From my experience, I have noticed that because of the loneliness of studying in a distance mode, it is not always easy for all students to maintain high levels of self-motivation and energy. Therefore, my advice is familiarize yourself with the support staff and resources that Regent has put at your disposal. Make full use of these resources to your advantage. I'm often surprised at how some students think they can do it alone, that they can learn and pass without reading the module guides, the prescribed material, and other recommended readings, or even not attend scheduled workshops at all. Secondly, communicate, communicate, communicate. While on this subject, remember that you will be within your rights to expect us to communicate with you on a regular basis on matters of importance to your studies. Communication can be in the form of snail mail, or email, or telephone, or face-to-face, or any other mode. As a student, you have access to our website where useful information is posted. As much as we try to know you as the unique individual that you are, in practice, this is not always possible because of the sheer number of students that we communicate with on a daily basis. For your information, Regent currently has around 5,000 students spread across the continent, with some in Asia and the Middle East. For this reason, I urge you to assist us to reach you by always informing us of any changes in your contact details. This will enable us to update our data and to ensure that we do not leave you out of the communication loop whenever there is important information to share with you or your colleagues. The next point is student registration number. By the way, your student registration number is vital in helping us to identify who you are when you communicate with us. Quote your registration number whenever you initiate communication with us, whether it is written or oral. It will assist us to retrieve your file quickly and to provide you with the service that you require. Presentation of your assignments, that's another critical point. This may sound a bit trivial, but it relates to how you present your assignments. You expect your assignments to be assessed fairly and then to be returned to you with speed. Through various means, we try to ensure that this is indeed the case. I would like to offer this personal word of advice. Even where there is no explicit instruction that your assignment must be typed, please type it. There are two immediate reasons for this. The first reason is that a typed assignment makes it easier for the marker to read every word you have written and not to spend valuable time trying to decipher your handwriting. Make reading your assignment a pleasant experience for the marker. The second reason is that it is easier for the marker to give written feedback on a typed assignment. You will need this feedback in order to prepare for your examinations. If you type your assignments and use the correct referencing techniques, you will make it easier for your examiner to give you useful feedback on how to continuously improve. Should you be a postgraduate student where you are required to submit a project or dissertation, this practice will prove invaluable. The next point, timekeeping. How about timekeeping? You have already been given deadlines for submission of your assignments. Start working on your assignments as soon as possible. Do not wait. If you experience any difficulties, seek assistance through our student support department. Often I have seen students penalized and lose marks because their assignments were submitted late. Remember that your assignment mark counts towards your final marks. If you can get a good DP in your assignments, this will reduce the pressure on you during final exam. Regent provides opportunities to seek extension of time for assignment submission, of course, subject to stringent conditions. If the situation warrants it, apply for an extension. But remember, you still have to submit your assignment. Then there's plagiarism or academic dishonesty. This is something that your tutors and most of our documentation will remind you about. This is a matter that is at the heart of the academic honesty and scholarly endeavor. I am talking about plagiarism, deliberately presenting the work of others without acknowledging the source. Make it a point to read our policy on academic dishonesty before you start writing your assignments. There is no excuse for subjecting yourself to charges of plagiarism. If plagiarism is proven, it could cost you your place at Regent. It could also destroy your chances of studying at any other higher education institution. Perhaps worse than this is the fact that an act of plagiarism on your part could put Regent's reputation at risk, that it would be assumed by observers that we condone acts of intellectual dishonesty. I trust that you'll find my personal bits and pieces of information useful during your period of study with us. I wish you every success on your journey. If you'd like to share any personal thoughts with me, my email address is mkambua@regent.ac.za. Let me just repeat that again. mkambua@regent.ac.za. Thank you.